going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody's doing good today. I am back here with another review video. Today I'm reviewing a piece of equipment I'm using. It's called the Podtrak P4. I'm going to be going over some of the specs, details, things I like and don't like. So yeah, let's jump right in. Yeah, so I ended up getting the Podtrak P4 because I did want to use an XLR mic and I knew I needed phantom power to push the one I was getting. So I decided to go with the same company as the mic and I got the P4. Today we're going to go over some of the features and things like that. Some of the actual likes and dislikes I have. There's not a lot of dislikes. I usually do my research before I buy a product, so I usually like what I buy. But there are a couple. But first and foremost, this is a podcasting little interface. It has 4 XLR inputs and it also has 4 headphone inputs, so you can interview at least 4 people at a time. It has some gain control knobs for the mic, volume for the headphones. It has phantom power, like I said before, to power the mic. So we're gonna go over some of the features now. So yeah, it has 4 XLR inputs for whatever type of mic you want. It does support phantom power, which is freaking cool. And it's so small. That's one of the really good things I like about it, because if I want to take it on the go, like say I want to travel and I want to stream where I'm going, I can use that and I don't have to have a huge mixing board with me. This works just fine, and it works off of AA batteries too, which is really neat. The gain control knobs are right there, labeled clearly under each input. So you can, of course, adjust how much gain you have on your mic, letting more background noise in, blocking more out, lowering the volume of you, things like that. And it also has the ability to mute each one individually, so you don't have to worry about muting them all at once, anything like that, which I think is really neat. Yeah, here at the bottom, they have 4 headphone ports, or 3.5 auxiliary ports. And each one of those headphone jacks actually has their own volume control. So you can turn each volume up and down. If someone you're interviewing says their headphones are too loud, you can turn it on down. The XLR ports, the phantom power is 48 volts. So you can provide plenty of power to each one of the mics, which is really cool. I definitely like that this small little device actually supports phantom power for up to 4 mics, which is nuts. The gain control knobs have up to 70 dB or decibels of gain that you can add to each mic. So you have a wide range of decibels that you can add to it, from extremely quiet to extremely loud, which I greatly appreciate, which is pretty cool. So you can actually plug in a USB cable to actually do over the phone interviews. So if you want to FaceTime somebody, use Zoom or Skype, and by the way, Zoom and this company are actually not related. Like the Zoom video conferencing software and this Zoom company, they're not related. But yeah, the USB interface there allows you to let the audio of your interviewee come through loud and clear. You also have a mix minus feature that allows it to get rid of feedback, so they don't get any reverb, or they don't get any echoing of their voice. So it's a pretty neat little piece of software that's included with it. There is no real software that you need to download for it onto the computer. It's really just plug and play, which I think is cool. It literally took me 10 minutes to set up, not even that, just to get used to everything where I want it. There are 4 little toggles below the mic inputs that allow you to switch between a traditional non-phantom power mic and a phantom powered mic. That's on the first 2. And then on the third one, you actually have the phone knob, so you can actually switch it all the way to a cell phone. That's for the voice interview, so you can pass it through. And it also supports for Mac and Windows to live stream directly to your podcast, to whatever you're doing it to. So you can do that straight through your phone or your computer. And then of course the last one, it has the USB support, so you can actually plug it up to your computer, control everything as far as what uses it, what software and what program uses the P4. It does use TRS connections and TRS for the mic input and phone input, so you can have pretty good connection throughout, because like TRS is 4 different rings on the connector. They're called poles. You actually can hear me talk a little bit more about that too in my Audio Technica headphones review. I'll leave a link in the description. There's 4 rings. Ring 1 is left, ring 2 is right, ring 3 is ground, and then ring 4 is mic. So anytime you see like a little headphone jack with 4 rings, that means, or poles, it actually will tell you, or that's telling you that you have left and right audio, ground, and your microphone. It also has a integrated sound pad, which is actually kind of cool. So like if you're streaming or you're on a podcast or you're doing something where you need some pre-recorded audio, or you want to like do a sound effect, it has 4 little pre-programmable buttons you can do. There's over 11 sounds that are actually included in it, like cheers, clapping, horn, different things like that. And then of course you can always do your own. Like if you want the bruh, or the air horn, to get excited or celebrate, like headshot. So yeah, you can make whatever button on the pad whatever sound you want. Since you would be podcasting separate people, if you were using like 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the inputs, it actually records in separate audio. So you can actually go in and tune and clean up and edit any type of the 4 separate audio tracks that you've recorded, so you don't have to worry about editing one and messing up the rest. You can edit them individually, which I actually very appreciate, especially since when I record these videos, I have separate stuff going, playing, sounds, things like that, as you can hear. So I appreciate that. It does support 16-bit and 44.1 kilohertz wave audio, so you do have some very high quality audio that is supported. Of course, I mean, you're using a XLR mic, so you want some high quality sound. It does have a slot here for a SD card, so you can actually use an SD card with it to record while you're on the go if you don't want to use internal storage on your phone, which is pretty neat. So you can support up to 512 gigs, lowest to 64 gigs. So you can actually record on the go. You don't have to use any of your storage up on your phone or even your laptop. It has 2 USB-Cs right here on the side. It actually uses one of them for power if you want to power it, and the other one for data transfer. Now, I use it plugged in with the data transfer one because that also powers it, because it is actually a 2 in, 2 out. So they're not just a single direction of USB-C. So that's how I actually plug it up to my PC, and how I record everything through the mic is through the USB-C connection. Like I said, you can use batteries with it, which I'm about to talk about now. It actually can use 3 different kinds: lithium ion, alkaline, and nickel metal hydride. So the lithium and alkaline are of course going to be your more common ones, like your Duracell, Rayvac, all those, Energizer. Those are going to be your more common ones. And of course there are nickel metal hydride, which actually will last longer. Those are usually the rechargeable for the nickel metal hydride, so you get longer use out of those. It is a very, very light piece of equipment. It's actually just under a pound, at 0.63 pounds or 290 grams. So I mean, it's actually very light, and that's of course without batteries. So if you add batteries, it's going to put it pretty much right at a pound. But that's not any load. If you toss it in a backpack or in a bag and you're traveling, if you're going through the airport, it's not going to add any extra weight. You're not going to have to pay that extra baggage fee for weight. But yeah, it's a very small, lightweight machine. I really do like it. So if you're using a different type of software for your live streams or your Zoom calls or FaceTimes, like Skype or FaceTime or Facebook Live, YouTube Live, you can live stream directly to those using this. You don't have to worry about using a special software. It pretty much creates a virtual cable that you can plug right into whatever software you're using, so it can use this as the mic rather than you having to have a specific type of software, which I think is freaking awesome because I'm using OBS and you can record through OBS and not have to worry about a special piece of software. Yeah, if you're on the go and you don't have to deal with a bunch of cables, you can use their Bluetooth adapter that allows it to plug in and wirelessly connect to your smartphone. So you can live stream on your smartphone and not have to worry about any of the messy cables. So you're probably wondering why I'm wearing this beanie. If you can see, it's actually for St. Jude's, because this time of year, since I work for Best Buy, every year Best Buy runs a donation for St. Jude's, because St. Jude's is a completely non-profit organization. Every single cent of the proceeds goes straight towards the hospital and helping the kids out. Every time I go to Best Buy or I buy a candy bar or a drink, no matter what it is, I will donate $1. And I recommend you do the same. It's just because it helps the little kids out. It helps people who go there that need the help, that just don't have the money. And St. Jude's takes care of them no matter what. They don't care if you have a single penny to your name. They're going to make sure your kid gets taken care of. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to go and donate straight to St. Jude's. You can always go to your local Best Buy and donate, but even if you're out and about and you see that St. Jude's badge or that St. Jude's donation, please give to them. It helps them out and it'll make you feel better. I promise you. I feel amazing every time I donate that $1. I mean, in the past week, I've probably donated like about $20. And I love it. It gives me such a good feeling. I got this beanie from work and I'm going to wear it proudly. I will not feel ashamed at all, and you shouldn't either. If you donate or you are wearing any type of St. Jude stuff, just know when you bought it, you are helping the kids out and you're representing one of the best causes that I've pretty much ever heard of, because the kids didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to get sick. They didn't ask for what's going on with them. So please donate. It helps them out. Thank you. All right, so that wraps this video up today. I am glad you guys stopped by and watched it. It is much appreciated. But until next time, love y'all. Stay blessed.